a nice mobility exercise is spine twist. And there's various ways of doing this. In fact, at the start of the class, during our warm-up and our setup, we do a little standing spine twist, and we'll move on to that one shortly. But the basic variation of spine twist is to focus on the spinal column. And to do that, we keep the hips still. And I can do that seated on the floor, on my mat. I can just cross my legs, whatever. I could also be seated on my haunches, which I'm going to be doing right now. But there is a difference between being seated on my haunches and rotating my spinal column and being up like so, because here my hips can move. So I don't want the hips to move just yet. We'll integrate that shortly. So here, I'm in neutral pelvis. So find that neutral pelvis. You're not tipping water out of the front or the back of your bowl. Lifting up through pelvic floor, draw that belly button in, especially the hand below your belly button. Now imagine there's a goalpost behind you. The back of your head's touching it and your tailbone is touching it. We've got that connection between our scapulae. And I'm going to breathe out and rotate my rib cage around that goalpost. Now initially, I might form a bridge with my fingers, thumb on the breastbone, and keep my nose above my fingertips. And that way I can compare how much mobility I have to the left and compare it to how much I have to the right. The breathing pattern I'm currently doing is breathing out as I rotate to the side, breathing in as I come back to the center. Your ribs move as you breathe, breathing in, breathing out. So if we change the breathing pattern, our ribs will be in a different position as we rotate the side. So instead of breathing out, they'll be in a breathing in position. So we can breathe out here to start with, and now breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. The other breathing pattern is simply rotating as far as you like to one side and then holding it there for several deep in and out breaths. Another way you can do this, by the way, is just seated on a chair. A piano stool is ideal for this because it's nice and flat and you've got about a 90-degree angle between your thigh and your torso and between your thigh and your shin. So once again, breathing out is our basic variation, breathing in as we come back. But the other breathing variation is just as good. Now, I'm at the moment just focusing on my thoracic rotation. I can also add cervical rotation. In fact, I could just do that all by itself, neck rotation, and just compare how much I've got left to right. And then I could do my seated spine twist. I might do this in the offering position with my arms a little bit externally rotated now. And I'll let my head rotate as my rib cage rotates. I'll breathe in as I come back. And then I'll breathe out as I go the other way. Ideally, you're not going to run into the furniture like I'm doing. Now, if I was standing, you're going to lose my head right now, but you're going to now be integrating that movement. We're just isolating through the spinal column. Now we're integrating, not just through our hips, but also through our feet, ankles, knees, etc. So I can be now adding that same breathing pattern as I rotate. I'm still rotating around that imaginary goalpost, but this time I've integrated the movement so that that rotation through my spine is accompanied with the rotation through the pelvis and through my legs. And that is spine twist. So it's another excellent movement and mobility exercise, and I'll be back with another group of 3 exercises in a few days' time.